this evening with sadness, anxiety, and a heart very heavy. I have come again to continue from where we stopped. As you are joining this broadcast today, I want you to be hitting the like button so other people will know that we are live and they are going to join this gospel of liberation. Some of you do not understand what is going on. You are going to understand something this evening. One moment.
The person that I recommend you must listen to. Maegun, you must go and listen to him. Very, very important. Efe or Wanogo, you must listen to her. Adobe Biafra, you must listen to her. Uforma Biafra, you must listen to her. Of course, you must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.
Welcome back. For a few days now, I have been speaking from the realm of the spirit upon all the attacks. The spirit of Biafra didn't move me. Upon all the attacks and the blackmailing of Simon Ekpa, the spirit of Biafra didn't leave me. One thing you have to know, a lot of people have cajoled me, they have mocked me, but I don't care. I have claimed that I take my message from the heart of Nnamdi Kanu. They mocked me. They mocked me, and they continue to mock me. A message came that I will be giving topic. I heard it. They say it was a setup to bring me down. The same people connived. They claim Nnamdi Kanu will be giving me topic. It was not a lie. The message came from the brother of our leader. I heard it. They say it was a setup. The same people went behind and they give that particular message to the attack dogs on social media. Every day they are asking, Simon Ekpa claims Nnamdi Kanu will give message to him. Where is the message today? Every Monday. Is the message coming? People cajoled me. Again, they came back. They say, oh, the legal team is no longer giving him message. They are no longer briefing him. I was not worried. I'm not bothered. In fact, I am very happy that the message is not coming anymore. I am happy that nobody is briefing me anymore because it was actually bringing problem and upon problem. So for how long? For a very long time, I decided to just stay and do this thing that God is directing me to do. So at least nobody will come and say Simon Ekpa said this and said that. Okay? But There is one thing that I claim. I claim that I take word from the heart of Nnamdi Kanu. Sometimes, it may not be all the time. And I stand by that claim. We have also listened to people, the same people who are actually failing and destroying the struggle Nnamdi Kanu has built for years. They have come again, they say, you believe that Nnamdi Kanu said this and you did not believe that Nnamdi Kanu gave order to cancel the sit at home. I have never for one day doubt the message coming from the legal team. Never. And if anybody see where I call the lawyers or the legal team, they are liars, I challenge everybody. I challenge anybody to bring any video, any comment, both secret and open, where I open my mouth and call them or call the legal team of our Nnamdi Kanu liars. No, I never do that. I can't do that. I'm not a stupid person. But what I have said is that the condition of Nnamdi Kanu means that some of the message he gave is coded message. In all this while, only today, for the very first time, we are reading the condition of our leader. Now, I mentioned also autopilot. I have explained myself about the autopilot. And now, with the latest development, the spirit of autopilot will be invoked on Biafrans without any apology to anybody. So, I am again for the very second time invoking the spirit of autopilot. It was not meant to cajole anybody. It was not meant to talk down on anybody or any leadership. But it is the spirit of Biafra that spoke through me about the autopilot. The autopilot I mean is not IPOB. The autopilot I mean is the Biafra struggle has entered autopilot, and the freedom and the fight to release Nnamdi Kanu I pronounce today is in autopilot. It is going to be the strongest spirit of Biafra like you never see before. The autopilot to release Nnamdi Kanu for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu and for Biafra struggle. When we listen with disheartening report coming from the dungeon of the DSS today for the very first time, we were told that Nnamdi Kanu is not sleeping with pillow. Remember that 2 days ago, I begin the awareness for the condition of Nnamdi Kanu. Just 2 days ago, I started it. I started the awareness and the exposition of what I have noticed that is not all right in our leader. I also told you that when I saw Nnamdi Kanu, I saw somebody that is broken. I saw disappointment in Nnamdi Kanu. But none of you saw it. Everybody was saying, Nnamdi Kanu was shouting, he was rolling like a lion. I did not see that because I see with my inner eyes. I see a broken Nnamdi Kanu. And I told you, the reason why he was broken was not because he is not sleeping with pillow. Was not because he is in the DSS dungeon. It's not because he was locked up. The reason why Nnamdi Kanu looked broken is because the people he left behind have disappointed him. I want you to understand something this night before I go further into what I'm about to do. When they tell you, you believe that what our legal team, the report coming from our legal team, and you don't believe that it is Nnamdi Kanu that gave order through the same legal team, that is different. Nobody is doubting the legal team. Nobody is telling, as far as I'm concerned, nobody is saying that Nnamdi Kanu did not tell our legal team. No. These are the assertion of mischief makers. People who want to bring confusion between legal team and other Biafra agitators. What we are saying is that Nnamdi Kanu may have given the order or have given the order to cancel the sit at home. We agree. But the question is, was the order to cancel the sit at home actually his mind? It doesn't matter whether he said it. Which condition? What condition? Under what condition was Nnamdi Kanu gave that directive? And I told you several times in coded language that sometimes yes could be no, no could be yes. I also told you there is difference between administrative running of IPOB, directive that has to do with administrative running of IPOB, and the directive that has to do with the struggle for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu and freedom of Biafra itself. These two particular issues should be differentiated. When Nnamdi Kanu give directive for the administrative day-to-day running of IPOB, it is a different thing. When Nnamdi Kanu give directive on the struggle of Biafra restoration, is a different thing. And that is where you are failing him. Today, for the very first time, we have come to read the condition of Nnamdi Kanu getting worse every day because of your stupidity in understanding your leader. Because your leader told you that you are going to disappoint him, but he will not disappoint you. That is why people of Kanu will be writing on social media. It is laughable that you believe Nnamdi Kanu gave order to cancel. You didn't believe Nnamdi Kanu gave order to cancel sit at home, but you now come to believe that the report of a legal team. That is the disappointment, because you learn nothing. You don't know nothing. You claim to have followed him for years, and you know nothing. What has happened today will be the beginning of a new dawn in the struggle for Biafra. I told you people that the condition I saw my leader Nnamdi Kanu if something is not done, some of us will rebel within this movement. And said, if new cloth was not or is not given to him, if we do not see Nnamdi Kanu in new dress, whether he like it or not, we are going to have rebels within this movement. Let me tell you, it is not about carrying guns and bullets and ammunition. No. We have identified one of the best weapons to fight the terrorist government of Nigeria. And I am calling this evening every Biafran in southern Nigeria, every Biafran in southern Nigeria that is doing business. I am calling the chairman of Aspanda Market. I am calling the chairman of Alaba International Market. I am calling the chairman of Idumota. I am calling the chairman of all the businesses of Igbo and Biafra across the southern Nigeria, that if you know that you believe in the freedom of Biafra, you must begin to prepare yourself from Monday. The voluntary sit at home, we want you to sacrifice every Monday to enforce and see a sit at home like never before, because we have been stabbed on the chest today. We have been stabbed on the chest. As we are waiting to see the actions of the leaders of the Igbo people and the southern Nigeria, or the southeast as they call them, those people that were constituted to visit Abuja for the sake of Nnamdi Kanu. We are not going to relax until we see something happening, and we have given them 15 till the 15th of December. I told you people that in a few weeks' time, if something is not done, we are going to open the gate of hell. I don't care those of you who say he is just ranting. I am ranting, and I will continue to rant. But wait for it. What you don't know is bigger than you. What you don't know is bigger than you. We must make sure that every pressure must be given both home and abroad. We have called for Nnamdi Kanu to be transferred from the DSS dungeon to the correctional center. They refused. For how many months Nnamdi Kanu was in DSS dungeon? Most of the so-called illiterate e-warriors do is to shout about Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa from morning to night. You forgot that your leader Nnamdi Kanu, you forgot that a Biafra Nnamdi Kanu, you forgot that the symbol of Biafra, the symbol of the reason why you are in IPOB in the first place, is in the DSS dungeon. You refuse to write anything about it. You refuse to put pressure. You refuse to share articles and videos that could facilitate and change the mind of the people back home to make the hell to become hellfire on those who are reaping and feeling comfortable as Nnamdi Kanu is in the dungeon of the DSS. All you do is to come and shout Simon Ekpa. Some of you are still with your evil mind. After reading the update from the leader, from our legal team today, you still come and start trying to console yourself. That is the highest and the very absurd to read. The highest evil that I have seen in this struggle is after reading the update today, you come and start saying Simon Ekpa, hey, now you are happy. You have seen the reason to start attacking the leadership. I am now proffering solution. I do not just come to shout and rant like some of you say. Some of you say Simon Ekpa do not control anybody on the ground. Some of you say Simon Ekpa don't have access to ESN. I am not dragging position with anybody. I am not dragging controlling of ESN. ESN is not to fight war. ESN is not to attack anybody. And you people are still making it to look as if ESN is forced to attack anybody. When we are trying to set the record and the message very straight that ESN has nothing to do with any attack, you people are presenting it as if you are using the ESN against anybody. You say Simon Ekpa is not in charge of ESN. Simon Ekpa cannot command ESN. Why should anybody be worried about who command ESN? Command ESN to do what? ESN is protecting our forest, guiding our farmland against Fulani invaders. So why would somebody be worried whether Simon Ekpa control and command ESN or not? Because these are the people who lack wisdom. Recruited people because they can access internet, all of them become e-warriors. E-warriors my foot. E-warriors my foot. The solution is this. We are going to make sure that everybody from the southern Nigeria, every Biafrans staying in southern Nigeria will activate the sit at home this coming Monday. We want to see Alaba International lockdown. Let us lose that money. And let me tell you, we are not losing the money. We are not losing the money. Anybody that did not come on Monday to buy your market will save the money for the next day. Let us lock Aspanda Market lockdown on Monday. I want you, everybody, to convey this particular message to the leadership of this market. If they believe they love the Biafra we are fighting for, they have homes in Biafra land, they come from villages where Fulani have almost conquered. But because of the actions of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, they can go back this Christmas. Every market in Lagos, not only in Lagos, in Oyo State, in Osogbo, everywhere, we want to read in the news that Igbos, let us start from Igbos. If that is the case, we want to see every Igbo market locked down. And let me tell you, we are looking up to our Yoruba brothers and sisters to join as time goes on. We are not saying 1 week yet. We are not saying 2 days yet. Just that Monday, this coming Monday. Biafrans, everywhere you are in Biafra land, make sure that on this coming Monday, we observe total lockdown in every Biafra state. Let it be autopilot. You see, this is the first step. We must come to terms with this particular sit at home and see the enforcement of it. We don't even need to enforce it. People should understand that for the legal team to come and write this thing they wrote today and release this thing they released today, there is fire on the mountain. And it did not come as a surprise to me. Let me tell you, for a few days now, I have been battling with the spirit. I have been battling with the spirit. And a lot of you may not understand my outburst. It is not ordinary. It is not ordinary. Some of you do not understand the reason why I have chosen to do what I'm doing. You call it attack on the leadership. Are you not disappointed today? Of course, you will still want to look for something else. I did not communicate with any of the council. And they are watching me now. For a very long time. I have not communicated with Ejiofor, Barrister Ejiofor. I have not communicated with Ejimako. that somebody will say maybe I communicated with them. But I have seen in the social media where people are saying Simon Ekpa have through the political leaders from the East that know something, the condition of Nnamdi Kanu. Just because they are disappointed that maybe I am right this time around. They are beginning to share another story. Because Simon Ekpa is always saying what you don't know is better than you, is bigger than you. That what I'm saying is because I know something, that some information is coming to me. Some people say there are people giving me information. They have closed it. They have closed it. They closed it down. The information is not coming to me again. I kept quiet. And I don't know where this information is coming from. They have seen it now. Nobody among them was giving me any information. In fact, it is unthinked of. I don't know where the information, I don't know where that information have come to me. I don't know where anything they wanted to do before, where I have heard it. Everything I am saying is coming from my mind and from the spirit. And when I open my mouth to say, I take word from the heart of Nnamdi Kanu, a lot of people don't get it. Nobody was giving me any information. But a lot of people have used it to attack Simon Ekpa. That they have caught the information. They have caught the person giving the information. So, if actually, now that you are giving information or information is leaking to Simon Ekpa, who is giving Simon Ekpa now the information that everything was not all right with our leader? Is it the DSS? Is it Buhari? One thing you should know is that whatever I am doing now is to make sure that everybody stand on their toe. I want to push you to take responsibility. I want to push you to live up to expectation. I want to push you to make sure that you stand on your toe and not disappoint Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans. That is what I'm doing. Now let me tell you, for those of you who do not understand what self-determination or liberation, struggle for liberation mean, I want to take you to the African Charter, of which Nigeria is signatory to. Now, let me take you to African Charter. And if they refuse, in matter of weeks to come, the Biafra people, we are going to open the gate of hell to make sure that everything about this Biafra struggle will be activated to the maximum. We are going to tell the Nigerian government that holding Nnamdi Kanu will be and have become the biggest mistake they have made. As it stands now, they are beginning to understand the weakness. They are beginning to understand the failure of the leadership. They are beginning to understand that the leadership has been deceived. And if the leadership rise up tomorrow, remember that I will always be the number one to give support. When the right decision is made, I will always be the number one, like I've always done. But for now, it is complete failure. The leadership is yet to come and give statement and address Biafrans after the failed court on the 10th of this month. So, as you are preparing to sit at home on Monday, activating it from entire southern Nigeria, the demand is very simple. The demand is very simple. We demand unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. 1. 2. For those of you in Biafra land, our demand is that we want to hear from the so-called traditional rulers, clergymen, governors, and the politicians that has been constituted by the leaders of the Southeast to go to Abuja. We want to hear a brief update from them. We want to know which date they are going to that Abuja, and that Abuja must not be more than this year. We want them to give a press statement because of the development we have read today as a correspondence coming from the DSS dungeon. We demand immediate press release, briefing from the traditional rulers. We want to know how far they have gone and whether any date has been fixed for their going to Abuja. What I am seeing now is that they have succeeded in deceiving the leadership. And today, everybody is now playing the normal politics of Nigeria that we know. I don't care. It is called I don't care attitude. I don't care attitude. So it doesn't matter whether they are doing something. We need to see them. We need to read them. We need to know what they are doing when they are going to Abuja. And it must not be more than this year. Otherwise, we will start the revolution that is coming, civil disobedience and otherwise, and it will be targeted at everybody. Everybody will feel the heat. We are in self-determination, in struggle for liberation. I am going to show you something that will shock you this evening. Even the law, Africa law, the charter, the human rights law of Africa, which Nigeria is signatory to, recognize armed struggle. Armed struggle. Carrying gun to fight for your freedom is recognized by the African Charter. And I'm going to prove it to you today. That is why it is very important when you are doing something, get yourself educated about it. Have information about what you are doing. So that you don't become a nuisance, so you don't become a first-class ignorant in what you are doing. Get yourself equipped intellectually and otherwise. That is what is lacking now, because Nnamdi Kanu is not here. So I'm going to prove to you today that the Africa Charter, which Nigeria is signatory to, recognize armed struggle. I know some of you don't know about this, but you know, I will be releasing some things because time has come. I will be lecturing you free of charge. I will be lecturing you free of charge so that you know where your power should come from. You know where you are going to derive your power from. Whatever you do, you know where you are going to derive it from. Let me tell you, some of you are just talking rubbish. I have told you before, and I will continue to say it, if you are scared to lead the Biafra to destination of freedom and to make something that will make Nigeria government and the world to begin to talk about releasing Nnamdi Kanu, you step aside and allow people who are capable to take the risk to do it. Let me tell you. Let us go to the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. Let us go to African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. And let me prove to you that this particular Charter of Human Rights and People's Rights, which Nigeria signed and is a signatory to, recognize the armed struggle for the liberation of the people. Because I am somebody that when I talk, I know after this now, a lot of you will begin to claim what you don't know before. You will begin to claim. But let me teach you something today. Look at it. Article 20 of the African Charter on People's Rights and Human Rights. The Article 20. 1. All people shall have the right to existence. They shall have the unquestionable and the inalienable right to self-determination. They shall freely determine their political status and they shall pursue their economic and social development according to the policy they have freely chosen. 2. Colonized or oppressed people shall have right to free themselves from the bond of domination by resorting to any means recognized by the international community. Any means recognized by international community. What are the means recognized by international community? Hostility, revolution, and what have you. Number 3 of it say, all people shall have the right to the assistance of the state parties to the present charter in their liberation struggle against foreign domination, be it political, economic, or cultural. I want you to understand the word here, that this particular Charter of Africa understand and have a word called the liberation struggle. This is where armed struggle comes in the charter, in African Charter. African Charter recognize armed struggle in liberation struggle, which is exactly what Biafrans are doing and we should be doing. It is not a crime to fight to liberate yourself from foreign domination. Are the Fulani foreigners to Nigeria? Fulani are called foreign domination. They have dominating all sectors of Nigeria economy. They are dominating everywhere. Fulani foreigners in Nigeria dominating the Nigerian armed forces. They dominate the police. They dominate the presidency. They dominate the NNPC, oil sector. They dominate the custom. They dominate immigration. They dominate everywhere. They are taking the oil now to the Northern Africa. I want you to understand that Fulani are the foreign domination. You can't argue this with me. In this context, from the African Charter, Fulani are not Nigerians. Today, I call them the apartheid regime, where the minority ruling the majority in Nigeria. So, what am I saying? I want to now lecture you on what is liberation struggle. I want you to pay attention to this. I am going to read it again. All people shall have the right to assistance of the state party to the present charter in their liberation struggle against foreign domination. What we are fighting today in Biafra is against foreign Fulani domination. Be it political, which is what is happening in Nigeria, be it economic, which is exactly what is going on in Nigeria, be it cultural, which is also what is happening in Nigeria against Biafra people. Now, let us go to what is liberation struggle. Let me now take you to a definition of liberation struggle. You need to understand your right. You need to know your right. In order to survive and be excelling in this life, you know your right. So I am going to take you now to the definition of liberation struggle as it was written here in the wording of the African Charter on Peoples and Human Rights. He said, liberation struggle. Let us go to what is liberation struggle. From the Oxford Dictionary, from the Oxford Dictionary, from the Oxford, the references from the Oxford Dictionary, let us check what is liberation struggle, the meaning of liberation struggle in this context. Now, here is Oxford. Let me show you from where. Oxford reference, Oxford Dictionary of African Politics. Okay? Dictionary of African Politics. Liberation struggle, liberation movement. As you see in the African Charter that I have just shown to you, we want to define liberation. We want to define liberation struggle. An armed rebellion waged to secure freedom from either colonial rule or white minority oppression. In this sense, liberation struggle can be seen as type of access to complete content. Of course, this is the, if you want to go more detail into it, I think I need to look for a more explanation to this. But this is just in a very brief. Liberation struggle is armed rebellion waged to secure freedom from either colonial rule or white minority oppression. Now, we are talking about Fulanis who are not Nigerians. We are talking about Fulanis who are Arab Fulani. They are all falling into the category of all this foreign domination in Nigeria. Ahmed Baba Hakim, or whatever he's called. Example, he's from Mauritania. He's a foreigner. He's a foreigner. Today, he is giving you, he will claim he was born in Nigeria. This one is that. He is a foreigner. You can't change that. You can't change that. They are dominating. They are the one now giving a statement giving a statement as Northern Elders. As Northern Elders Forum is called foreign domination. All of them from Malami and Co. They are all foreigners in our land. And the policy of the government is favoring all the Fulani from Central African Republic that are coming to our land by force. They want to graze in our land by force. So what are you going to do? You rebel against them. It is in the law, African Charter for People's Right and Human Right. I just showed it to you. I showed it to you. Nigeria signed it. So it is part of Nigerian law. It is part of Nigerian law. And that particular law not only recognized self-determination, which was the reason why Nnamdi Kanu had been captured from Kenya, and the rendition back to Nigeria. And today we are shouting and talking about it. We don't want America, according to who the hell it was giving the impression that a visa ban coming to America. How many of the Amazonians have received visa ban to America? Are they not fighting? I'm not even saying we should start fighting. We have to prepare, of course. But why are we afraid of civil disobedience? Why are we afraid of consequences of civil disobedience? Are we ready for freedom? Don't tell me that Nnamdi Kanu gave order to cancel it. You have just understood the condition on which he was giving that order. So he necessarily did not mean that particular order he gave, because he's not here with us. We have to start to speak for him. That is the reason why he is crying out from the DSS dungeon. Because you people did not understand him, he just left fools behind. And now you have pushed him to cry out from the dungeon of DSS. When the legal team go there, they will not give them privacy to discuss. They will stand there. How then do you think Nnamdi Kanu will be sitting right there in the front of DSS and the lawyers and be telling you, you must continue to sit at home? It is time we tell the Nigerian state, whether they have Nnamdi Kanu in their custody or not, we are going to crush the economy. We will bring the economy down. That is the way to start. We will take the war to the economy. Until Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra referendum as enshrined in the UN Charter, also in African Charter, until the referendum, they organized the referendum for Biafra people. What they are trying to do now is that we should abandon the struggle and start talking about the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. Thereby, they want to use him to lock down everything. They want to use his abduction to crash the struggle. And you people are falling for it. Let us tell them why I am going to open up a little bit this evening is for the DSS to understand that every game they are playing, some people in the struggle have it in their pan. Just because we have not been talking and saying it the way it is, does not mean we don't know the game they are playing. What they want to do now is to use Nnamdi Kanu capturing and abduction to quench the Biafra struggle, and thereby destroying everything he has done, labored and people died for, including his own parent. Let me tell you, nothing is going to happen to Nnamdi Kanu. The only way they are going to do anything to Nnamdi Kanu depends on how we follow this idiotic government and terrorist government. And for those who say, when you see nincompoop, people who don't know anything, they will come to tell you, you are not helping matters. You are not helping Nnamdi Kanu. It is because you are a fool. It's because you are a fool. That is why you must learn from other people who have succeeded with the struggle for independent state of their country. When the leader or any of the leaders were captured and put into prison, it did not stop the movement. In fact, that is when they are going to step up the game, whatever they are doing. It cannot stop the movement. I have told you people before, don't come to tell me you have done it before. You never done this one before. You didn't do this one before. Nnamdi Kanu was captured and arrested in 2015. We agree with you. He was released in 2017. We agree with you. And then you turn back to tell us you have gone through this part before. This one, you have not gone through the part. It's a lie. Until you understand that this particular case of Nnamdi Kanu, our leader today, is different from 2015, you will continue to make mistakes that will endanger the life of our leader in DSS. That's where somebody like me and so many people who think like me are stepping up. Because in 2015, a lot that we have today in Biafra struggle were not in place. In 2015, Nnamdi Kanu was not extraordinarily in addition to Nigeria. In 2015, we have not witnessed the killing by Fulanis like the way they killed our people in 2020 and 2019. Giving birth to the Eastern Security Network, giving birth to Amotekon, giving birth to other security outfits across the country. That time, we never witnessed the level of jihad against our people. So don't tell me you have what is happening now happened in 2015. It's a lie. You are lying to yourself, deceiving people who don't think like human beings. Me, my IQ is working 24/7 and working very well. So I'm not the kind of person you will come to deceive. Some of you don't want us to come close because you feel threatened by the critical thinking that we have. So whenever you see us coming close, you put your banner, you put you demarcate your distance, you start pushing us out. Let me tell you, Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. Once the spirit leaves you, you are gone. Some of you in the leadership, the spirit of Biafra have departed from you completely. Completely departed from you. And you can't force that spirit to come back. Go forbidden fruits. Forbidden fruit. You have tested the forbidden fruit, and the blessing of Biafra and the spirit of Biafra have departed from you. You can't do anything to make that spirit to come back. Everything you do now is just like a dying horse. You are struggling. The spirit have left you, and you know it. Because you breached everything with impunity, and because of incompetence, you do not know what to do in this particular situation. Some of you were shocked to your bone marrow when you hear Nnamdi Kanu was captured and is in Nigeria. You never recovered. You never regained your subconsciousness up to now. You are still wondering, how was it possible? You still have malice. You are still having grudges against Nnamdi Kanu because you are not aware that he was in Kenya. It is still eating you up. And I can see it in your actions. I can see it in your decisions. I can see it the way you run this organization and the movement Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left behind. A lot of you are angry. You are angry because he didn't tell you he was going to Kenya, and you are using it against him. That is what is happening. You are using it against him. Some of you think that you know something that no about other person. No. Let me tell you, there is nothing you are going to know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today that is going to move anybody. Not me. Any day you are going to rebel against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, trying to bring anything to blackmail him, God will use me to rubbish you. Let me tell you, because I know some of you. I know some of you in the leadership of DOS, that your action today is because you think you have an information that nobody else have. And for that reason, you are doing anyhow, thinking that you have information. Let me tell you, I am going to disappoint you. There is no amount of information you are going to have against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that will move anybody. So if you have anything in your mind, because if something happened, you will come out and start talking rubbish. Nobody is interested in your blackmail. Nobody is interested. Go and mark, as I'm talking to you now, Biafrans, go and mark my word today. I want you to save this date. Some people in DOS, they are going to betray and they will go out and start saying something, thinking they are going to say and blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they think they know something that any other person don't know. And the person know himself. So let me start now to tell you that that thing you think you know, you want to use to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know it. And I will be the one to crush you when the time comes. Go and mark it. The time has come. We are not going to be missing word. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life is in danger. A drastic, proactive actions and decisions must be taken to make sure we fight tooth to nail with the government. And let me tell you, we don't need to shoot one bullet. It is called civil disobedience. You must come back to your senses now and understand that we need to ground the economy of the country. How that is going to happen is a story for a different day. But we need to start to begin to air our support, air our view, opinions in support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by making sure that the movement and the leadership of this movement will begin to sensitize the people from the entire southern Nigeria and let everybody observe sit at home from Monday. Forget what is coming from DSS dungeon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have cried out very loud. What this crying out loud means is that everything you think he was telling you, it was a coded language. You failed him. And now you compelled him to cry out because you don't understand. You do not understand. People that are in Nigeria don't think, correctly. Once you enter the atmosphere of Nigeria, once you land in Murtala Mohammed or Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, Abuja, once the sun of Nigeria shines in your brain, you change. You become a different person. You can never think straight again. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in a very stressful situation. Very, very stressful situation. And you must understand when he means that you should continue and when he means you should stop. I don't need to go into reading the press statement because it is going to break my heart. I don't want to read it again. But I want you to understand that in that press briefing, One thing I like is that it didn't start like as usual. Onyendu is sending his greeting. Nnamdi Kanu is in high spirit. It didn't start like that. Which means Obubu knows our leader Nolu. The message did not start to paint you. The message did not start to say, don't attack me, don't attack my legal team, don't attack my family, don't attack this, don't attack that. Obubu knows inonu. And as a matter of fact, we do not need to be hearing from our leader about his well-being. It is not the job of the Biafra people to tell us that our leader is in high spirit. Our leader shouldn't be in high spirit. But that has happened for many decades and many months since his incarceration. We don't need to be hearing that he's in high spirit, he's good, he's that. We don't need to be hearing that. Let the Nigeria state be the one to be giving that particular statement. We need to be asking a question. So, and let this particular statement not change. Let it not change. Because it can never change. Not tomorrow now. Now, Nnamdi Kanu will still be in DSS dungeon and they will come to tell us he is in good spirit. How can he be in good spirit? How can they change it now to give him pillow? How can they change it now to make him to see more than 1 hour? Do you understand? Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is being allowed only 1 hour in 24 hours. 1 good hour. He is being kept incommunicado. He can't talk to anybody in that place. And every 24 hours, they bring him for only 1 hour. Are you telling me, when did this one change? Is that how he has been staying in DSS before? Or should we be specific to know when exactly did this one change? That is why I am sounding the way I am sounding without looking anybody's face. Nnamdi Kanu stays in one small room, dark room. 24 hours every day, they will bring him out for 1 hour. And if anybody talk to Nnamdi Kanu, they punish the person. That is torture. It is mental torture. Do you know what it means? It is better for you to face physical torture, where you will be butchered, and then you are allow you to at least to communicate with people. It is called mental torture, degrading treatment. So you see, we don't need to look face anymore. We have to say it the way it is. We don't need to be reading all this. Our leader is sending high spirit. And they saved this video for our leader to watch how desperate and disappointed and angry I was at a point. And I talked to everybody anyhow. So, our leader is staying 24 hours only to be given 1 hour to come out in a small room without pillow. And all of you are on social media attacking Simon Ekpa. Every day you say, yeah, our leader will be, yeah, you sit on your wretched place, everything is Simon Ekpa this, Simon Ekpa that. You copy Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa wear suit, you wear suit. Simon Ekpa wear shoe, you wear shoe. Simon Ekpa sit on chair, you sit on chair. Simon Ekpa drink water, you talk about it. You leave what? And as you are doing this, Simon Ekpa continue to mind his business, making sure that Zoom government are not having it very easy. You come to Radio Biafra, Simon Ekpa, women, American women, Umu Highway. You go to social media, Umu Highway. You leave the job you are doing or what you're supposed to do because you hate Nnamdi Kanu just because he did not tell you where he was going. It is the same thing Clifford Iranya did. Let me tell you. The same thing you see in the present DOS now is the same thing Clifford Iranya did. I was not part of the struggle then. But with the little thing I have watched and listened him talking, of which I have addressed him during that time, I told you it is not going to be very long and he is going to disappear from the internet. Did Clifford Iranya not disappear? He disappeared from the internet. The same thing he did to Nnamdi Kanu. The anger of Clifford Iranya was that he came online to start blabbing. How Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to go to Kuwait, or was supposed to go to what is it? To this Ukraine. How Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to go to Ukraine, and they found him in Nigeria. That was his own angry. So he became mad. Why would Nnamdi Kanu, you supposed to go to Ukraine? They arrested him in hotel, according to him, in Lagos. Whether that is truth or not, that is what the Clifford Iranya has backed on for the time, all the time I have seen him on social media. I want you people to go and check his videos. He used it against Nnamdi Kanu. And only Nnamdi Kanu, whether actually anything like that happened, he knows why he did it. Because he knows all of them. Ukraine, I want you see, I have followed all these things. Don't think I just joined this struggle as a non-entity. No. I may not know everything, but I know something about the struggle I have joined. Clifford Iranya attacked Nnamdi Kanu on daily basis, claiming how he was supposed to go to negotiate whatever in Ukraine, and they found him and arrested him in Nigeria. He did not tell them he was going to Nigeria. That was his claim. And for that reason, he hates Nnamdi Kanu. He fought Nnamdi Kanu. He come to social media and blackmail him every day. This same leadership of DOS, they are doing the same thing. Most of the things they are doing is out of anger, hatred for Nnamdi Kanu, because they claim they did not know he was in Kenya. I don't, whatever Arabic, don't worry, when I see him, I'm going to block whoever Arabic that is here. So, what am I saying? What I'm saying now is that we are already at a point of no return. Nobody born of a woman will stop this restoration or destroy the Biafra movement. Nobody. Because you can't tell me that you are following Nnamdi Kanu and you don't know what is right and what is wrong. So after today, you will understand that when Nnamdi Kanu tell you to stop, something is behind it. When Nnamdi Kanu give you a message, especially a message that has nothing to do with the administrative running of IPOB, you know what to decide. Because we are here. We are not with him in DSS dungeon. And why you see what happened, you see, yesterday I used a video of what transpired inside the courtroom to make my broadcast. And I analyze to you. I analyze to you that if this can happen to Nnamdi Kanu in the courtroom, you know what, you just think about what is going behind the scene. That is exactly what has happened today. If I was talking with the legal counsel now, they would say we have planned it. But I'm not talking with them. And since I have this break, I have enjoyed peace. Because every time there is a message, they are attacking me. Every time Nnamdi Kanu have a message for Simon Ekpa, it is always attack. So it is good that no message is coming. And they are using it to mock me. Now the question I want to ask them, who is now giving me the message? Since you claim that the message is not coming anymore. Who is giving me the message? Who? Because it is spiritual. You must be spiritually inclined for you to know what is going on in this struggle. A lot of times I have made a broadcast and it is exactly what Nnamdi Kanu have in his mind that I spoke about. That is why I say sometimes I take word from his heart. And this is example of it. Because it is the exact thing I made on the broadcast 2 days ago. For the past 3 days now is something you just read today from the council. Exactly. Exactly. So we must do everything possible to tell the DSS, to tell the Nigerian government that in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu, we are going to give them hell. Because we are in struggle for Biafra. We are in struggle for the liberation of our people. So I hope this is very clear now. That the entire Igbo's, the chief, Obi of Onitsha, who is to lead this whole thing and all that, we are demanding that they come to brief Biafrans on when they are going to Abuja and what date, what is the update of that Abuja visit. We want to know. If we do not give them pressure now to know, they are not going to go even this year. And they will say the February, January, they want to go after the court. And when the court come, they are going to have another effigy in the court, another show, and then they will transfer the case again and adjourn it to another, maybe in April. Before we know it, we are in 2023. God forbid that Nnamdi Kanu will be in the DSS dungeon that far. And let me also tell you, in as much as I will not tell anybody to calm down, we have to be very calculative and use our brain. Let me tell you again, I am saying it, and I will continue to say it again. Do not come to say Nnamdi Kanu gave order to cancel sit at home. We agree. We agree. We are not denying that fact. We agree. But let it be on record. But let it be on record that we are no longer looking faces and I don't care for those who will come to tell me, you just joined the struggle yesterday. You just joined the struggle yesterday. You don't need to tell me that we are You don't need to tell us that we are fine. We are fine and all that. The time for that is over. So I want you people to understand, not tomorrow now, somebody else will come and say, Nnamdi Kanu is sending greeting. We are not doubting that. He can send greeting. But the fact is the condition of Nnamdi Kanu can never be good in DSS. It can never ever be good in DSS. It doesn't matter what message is going to come after this one. It does not matter. The condition of Nnamdi Kanu can never ever be good. That is what I want to tell Biafrans this evening. And it is time we do everything possible to make sure we make Nigeria uncomfortable to everyone until Biafra come. We are going to make Nigeria uncomfortable. There are different ways to make them uncomfortable. Shutting down the businesses every Monday. Joining the people back home every Monday. Anywhere you are in the southern Nigeria, I want trade union leaders. I want the leaders of shops, of market in Lagos, in all over Yoruba land. I want those of you who are close to the leadership of the marketplace. Relay this message to them. Tell them that the only way to participate in making sure that nothing happened to Nnamdi Kanu is not just about contributing money. It is time we shut down market for one day. If it is going to be every Monday or twice in a month, we are going to be doing that until further notice. We have come to see where we are chanting Nnamdi Kanu is a savior while Ifeanyi was campaigning in Lagos. We want those men, those young men, those Biafrans who were chanting that song while Ifeanyi was campaigning in Lagos to make sure this message goes to everyone in the market. They should call the market union, the leaders of the market, and make sure that this coming Monday, we want to start proving a point. You can't fail Nnamdi Kanu. Forget whatever anybody is going to tell you anywhere. The truth is out. That is the truth. Because we know our people. After this outcry now, after the outcry of Biafrans and the disappointment everywhere, and the dust this particular statement is going to raise, another message may come. Another message may come. Go and mark it. That now everything is fine. The Nnamdi Kanu is in high spirit. That we must respect, we must obey, we must support. We are going to do all those things. But let me tell you, Nnamdi Kanu can never, ever, ever be good in the DSS. It does not matter from whose the message is coming from. It does not matter whether Nnamdi Kanu say it or not. He can say it because he is under threat in DSS. They are threatening him. The condition is bad. If we do not do something that will call the attention of the world, Nnamdi Kanu will have a long way to go. God forbid. God forbid. And let me tell you, if you ever come to me to tell me that what I am doing or what I am saying or what I am calling for is not going to help Nnamdi Kanu, you are a Satan. I don't need to insult Satan. Some people worship Satan. I don't know what to call you. You are not a human being. Because there are people who have Church of Satan. I don't want to, insult them. As I am a Christian, I don't want nobody to insult me. I'm a Christian and I'm proud of that. I believe in Jesus. Jesus is Lord and personal Lord and Savior. I confess Him as my Lord So I don't want to insult those who are worshiping Satan. But let me tell you, if you come to say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that what I'm saying now and what Biafrans are going to do will not help matters, you are a big fool. You are a big fool. You are a big fool. And I don't have any apology. Save this particular video until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. Use it. Tell him how Simon Ekpa want to destroy his struggle. Save the video and let him watch it. This is my position. And henceforth, I will continue to openly support sit at home. I will advocate. I will push it. I know a lot of people are going to fight me for that. They say Simon Ekpa is giving order. I don't care. I don't care. I am not giving order. Biafra people already taking it upon themselves. And it is another pilot. I am going to support Biafra. I will continue to encourage them to make sure that the government feel what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is feeling. I will continue to encourage the economic meltdown. Right from Biafra land to the entire Nigeria. Economic meltdown. How that is going to happen, I don't know. I'm encouraging it. Economic shutdown and economic meltdown. Let it start. You have a responsibility. You have a role to play. Those of you, the traders and the trade union, I know you belong to WhatsApp group, different group. Make sure you contact the leaders of those markets and let them begin to discuss an emergency meeting and make sure that every Monday we want to hear in the news that the Biafrans in Lagos, Biafrans in Abeokuta, in Ogun State, and all those areas, they have begun to observe the sit at home as a protest, because we are looking at our Yorubas to join us. They are going to definitely join us for Sunday Igboho as well. That is the only way to instigate these things to happen. And if the leadership of this movement of IPOB want anything that Biafrans are going to listen to them and believe them again, they must join and stop fighting Simon Ekpa. You can't win this war. You can't fight Simon Ekpa and win. It is God that is using me. It is the Biafra spirit that is using me. And if you are now, you still did not understand that you can't fight me and win, then you are a fool. Lioness. I'm live.
Justice is coming, oh yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to the program. I'm sorry about that particular distraction there, important phone call that I have to pick. I have been able to establish and explain a lot of things this evening. I have been able to prove to you that the African Charter have it very well stated about the struggle, the liberation struggle, and that the liberation struggle is one of the wording of the African Charter of People and Human Rights. And on this particular Article 20, that is where the referendum for Biafra people will be derived. Nigeria is signatory to it. Nigeria is signatory to this particular charter. Somebody is asking me to connect with WIC as soon as possible. I work with WIC. Nnamdi Kanu also work with WIC and all that, so we are together in this. I want you to understand that the only way we are going to make headway is to show that we are consistent, the consistency, the resoluteness. We have to make sure that we are focused and never look back. We must demonstrate at all times that we are not afraid to lose anything at all times. We must be able to demonstrate that we are not afraid, we are not scared to be called anything. Because what we are doing is not different from what other people have done. I don't know the rationale behind that when you have a civil disobedience of sitting at home, some people will say they don't want to give them America visa. That is very absurd. Secondly, as we are thanking God that even though the Anambra election was held and the APGA, which is the Igbo party, won the election, I want you to understand that Soludo is a member of the cabinet of this Fulani government. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that Soludo is a cabinet member of Buhari government. Don't ever forget that. Soludo is in economic team of this Fulani government that have killed our people with impunity. Don't ever forget that. Always have that at the back of your mind. I will leave you with this word. Inasmuch as we are trusting Soludo, don't ever forget that Soludo is a member of the cabinet of this government that have caused a lot of sorrow to the people of Biafra and the entire Nigeria. That's all I want to leave. The last word I want to leave with you this evening. Don't ever forget that Soludo is a member of this government. May God bless you. See you tomorrow. Do not forget also, and don't be surprised when you begin to see another press release. But we must not be deceived. We must make sure we stand on our ground until Nnamdi Kanu is out. Anybody and anywhere we make mistake, we are going to settle it by that time he come out. But for now, anything you know you are going to do to make sure we put pressure on this government and on the people that have abducted Nnamdi Kanu, you do it and do it very well. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa Republic. May God bless the Middle Belt. May God bless Ambazonia. May God bless ESN. May God bless Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless IPOB worldwide. May God bless Sunday Igboho and Yoruba and Oduduwa agitators. May God bless our business and the traders all over southern Nigeria that the spirit of Biafra will possess to see that they do something and participate in saving Nnamdi Kanu where he is today, because he has cried out to us. We must not disappoint him. As he said, we are going to disappoint him, but he will not disappoint us. Do not allow this particular quote to come to fruition. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. Good night. I love you all from here. Stay strong. The game has just begun.